bit longer than 10 minutes, but what the fuck? Alright, I don't know. I'm gonna start from the start, from where we began the previous attempt at streaming the game. I changed the analysis back to max. It does seem to play better now. Alright, we'll go from the start in case you missed it. This time it should be fine. So like I had to upgrade my graphics driver, then I had to restart my computer, then obviously I had to reinstall Steam because it keeps messing up every time I start it up. Fucking annoying. Like
it was
everything.
the middle of June. With summer well underway, a rainy spell seemed to hang over Trista. With our field study wrapped up, the other members of Class 7 and I returned to normal school life. But just when we thought we'd gotten used to the challenging lessons and the breakneck workload, a moment of dread washed over us, making our blood run cold.
Just the exams? Is that what they're so afraid of?
As you all know, tomorrow marks the start of your midterm exams. I'm no good with all these papers and essays and circling answers, so I won't really be able to help you much. But I'm administering some of your tests, so I'll be cheering you on from the sidelines. Make me proud, class!
Sometimes I lie awake at night and wonder how you became our teacher.
As I recall, aren't you in danger of a lecture by the vice principal if our performance isn't up to par?
Oh, I'm not too worried about that. Most of you tend to get pretty high grades anyway. I can hardly wait to see how well you all do. Remember, the results will be announced next Wednesday. Your scores will be posted on the board by rank, so you can see how you compare to the other classes in your year.
Oh, the sooner this week is over, the better.
I can almost taste the tedium.
I'm not gonna let Emma squeak by me again this time.
Oh, one more thing. They're gonna stick the average score for each class up there on the board, too.
Our class averages?
I suppose their intent is to furnish us with motivation in the form of class bragging rights.
Well, I do enjoy a challenge.
Anyway, I know it's only noonish, but I think that's enough homeroom for today. You guys can stay here and study, or just head on back to your dorms. Up to you. Prez, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. Stand, bow.
Jeez, what should I do? I could stand to bone up on just about everything, honestly, but my biggest worry right now is math. I wouldn't mind doing a few study sessions with you if you think it would help. I need to review my math anyway. I'm not sure how much time I'll be able to spare though. You mean it? That'd be huge help. My biggest weak spot is Erebonian history, I guess. I doubt that comes as a huge surprise to anyone. I think I understand all the material we've gone over directly in class, but there are some finer points. I can aid you with that if you'd like. Though in return, I'd appreciate a fresh pair of eyes to help revise my military science essay. That'd be my pleasure. Would you like to study with me, Fee? I guess so. Oh, would you two mind if I jumped in too? I could use a little refresher on my classics. Of course, you're more than welcome. Would you like to join us, Laura? No, I appreciate your invitation, but I'll have to pass this time. There is a subject I need to review in private. I'll see you later. Huh, what's up with her? Maybe I'm just reading too much into it, but I could have sworn I saw her looking over at Fee. Hey, Reen? What is it? You heading back to the dorms? You're totally welcome to study with us if you want. I wasn't planning on heading straight back. I might come and join you guys in a bit later. Alright then. Perhaps we'll see you later. The day before the exams is a free day. Talking to certain characters will allow you to study with them. When you run out of bonding points, the time of day will change and evening and the main story will advance. Alright. I'm so glad the game runs properly now. I mean, it may be just my imagination, but like my PC has been on for like 2-3 days, so that may be part of the problem. Alright, let's go study with a few of the guys. Okay, I think last time I did the same. I think I'm gonna go for Uses and what's his face, and Laura and what's her face, Alisa. Uses and Gaius. Oh, are the two of you studying military science? Looks like you guys are tearing through things too. Haha, more or less. You caught us just as we reached the section of military symbols. Care to join us? Study with Gaius. Consume study points. Uses and Gaius. Sure, couldn't hurt. I didn't know a thing about military science until we entered the academy, so I'm not feeling terribly confident. It's not as though most schools teach military minutiae alongside literature and math. We're all in the same boat here. Either way, we'd be happy to have another person to paddle. Have a seat. Then let's begin. Map-making symbols are used to represent an assortment of different units and formations. This is the symbol for infantry. Infantry. Reen, try to draw the symbol for headquarters from memory. Gotcha, pretty sure it's this. Headquarter. Guys, think you can draw a simple symbol for an armored troop? Sure, this should be it. Armor. Now, I have a tough one for you. What does this symbol mean? That's engineer, right? You got it. Whew, there's so much to memorize for this class that the fact that we're going blind makes it even worse. There seems to be these seem like the raw basics too. Given that not all of us will end up involved with the military, it does seem a little excessive. But bear in mind that our military science class is to teach us how to deal with harsh situations efficiently. In that sense, there's plenty to learn, even if we never find ourselves on the battlefield. That's probably why it's mandatory. If it could save our lives, we owe it to ourselves to do it well. Haha, agreed. Useless guys. I'm really staying together for a while longer, continuing to test each other in military science. Yay! Yay! Alright, let me show you something amazing now. Look at this. What the fuck? I still can't get over how hype this is. Like, what the fuck? He's just having an umbrella in the rain. He can sprint with it, but it's such a fucking amazing addition. Like, I can't imagine how other games haven't thought of this. It's so fucking brilliant. It's such a simple thing, and he just walks around with an umbrella. Alright, I'll study with the girls. Oh, are you two studying? Elisa probably met up with Laura because she was worried about her. Yeah, we both figured we had a lot of art to brush up on. It's probably not the most important subject in the grand scheme of things, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't try. I've never had to deal with a series of exams right in a row like this. Laziness could very well be tantamount to failure. Would you like to join us, Reen? Yes. I'd love to. The exam's supposed to be focused on the basics of illustration, right? You got it, let's get started. How about you ask the first question, Reen? Sure. Okay, first question. Elisa, what's a dessin? I think it's a drawing that makes use of monochrome lines of varying heaviness to highlight the way light hits its subject. You think correctly. So, Laura, what exactly is a sketch? A sketch portrays its subject roughly, with a very little in the way of detail. I suppose it could be likened to an early draft of a drawing. That's right, sketches and dessins are basically two sides of the same coin, since both are used to start a painting. The big difference is that dessins usually take some time to finish, whereas sketches are pretty quick. But there's a method that's even quicker and more basic than sketching. Any ideas, Laura? That would be a croquis, I believe. You two know your stuff, but maybe that just means we should be using harder questions to study with. Let me see if I can find some. Hey, Reen, if you want, I can ask the next set of questions. It's hardly effective studying if you don't get to answer any questions yourself. It's okay, don't worry about it. Just give me a minute here and I'll find you the really good one. Well, if you insist. Haha, maybe I should have expected this. He really is a kind-hearted person, or he's just lazy. Doesn't want to answer any of the questions himself. And so the three continued their art study session. Yay! 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 Nice. Alright. How many more points do we have, actually? I have no idea. Right, let's get out. Yay! Umbrella! Student Union Building. Academy Engineering Building. We could check that out, even though, I don't know. I don't want to spend those points. Hey there, Reen, what's up? Hold on, let me guess. You're studying way nice and diligently when your orbital lamp suddenly went out. Swing and miss. You two seem pretty relaxed despite how close midterms are getting. Who do you think you're talking to? I know better than anyone that it's pointless to start studying this late in the game. How's that working out for you? Crow's actually pretty good when it comes to practical stuff. Survival skills, first aid and those kinds of things. Really? See, all stuff you don't need to study for. But if you're feeling shaky about any of it, I'm happy to teach you a thing or two. Come back if you feel like proper schooling. I'll teach you everything there is to know. Alright, let me just... I hate how... I wish I could just study with all of them. Because this way the game just forces to replay it in order to get all the... Not that it's a big deal, like... Student Union Building. Okay. These two are studying diligently together, and there should be someone else, apparently. God damn it. Ah, someone upstairs. Oh yeah! Oops. I mean, I guess that could be interesting. Let's do that though. Oh, hi Reen. How goes the studying? Haha, I suppose it's probably fine. But these are going to be my first midterms ever, so I'm more than a little nervous. Ah, first years, how innocent. Doesn't help that military academies have a lot of subjects other schools don't, but you'll get used to it. That's true. Combat studies and military science to name two. Oh, and you're going to want to make sure that you're ready for the political economics exam too. Why is that? Well, it's a mustache man's project. That's not very nice thing to call Vince's principal Heinrich Angie. He does seem like the type to write ridiculously hard exam. Oh, I know. How about I give you a hand studying for it? If you're free, at least. Are you sure? Of course, you're always helping me out, right? Hee hee, political economics is TOA's strongest subject. You won't want to pass this up. Alright, let's do this. Well, if you're offering, I'd really appreciate it. I sure am. Let's get started then. Thus, Reen and TOA's study session began. Most of the stuff here, stuff I was unsure about makes a lot more sense now. Hee hee, that's good to hear. We should probably go over some current affairs too. For an exam? Yeah, the vice principal has a habit of putting questions based on recent news into his exam. This year, maybe we should go over the recently enacted laws. Yeah, that sounds like the kind of thing he'd put in there. Just so most people would be caught off guard, get it wrong and get lectured for being indifferent about society. I'd rather avoid that. Recent laws. Financial Transactions Act from last year is one of the best known, I suppose. It requires to inform prospective buyers of the risk when selling them stocks or securities. A number of people have suffered massive losses buying shares lately, so it was passed to keep people informed. So that's the history behind the Financial Transactions Act. Then there's the Imperial Transportation Act, which determines the rules of the road for drivers. That was last year too. There are more and more people buying cars lately, nobles, commoners, but car accidents are getting out of hand. That was especially true in Heimdallr, which is why that law was enacted there first. I'll have to try and remember that. Then there is the Provincial Taxation Act, which impacted just about every province you could think of. Provincial taxation. In other words, a fancy name for much reviled tax increases. They're being enacted in the provinces, almost doubling land and business taxes. You've probably at least heard about them. I have, yeah. It seems like a bit of major topic in Celtic. If he's going to set a questions about recent law, it's probably going to be about one of those three. Hopefully that'll be some help at least. Even if none of them come up, you really helped me out. I'm feeling a lot more confident now. Thank you both for all your help. Haha, I didn't do anything at all. I'm just hanging out. If there's anything else you want to know, let me know. I'd be happy to help. Thanks, I will. Yay! Alright. Oh, it's already time to head home. I didn't even realize it because of the rain. I guess I should get ready to head back to the dorms.
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Hello.
I do apologize for stopping you on a rainy day like this. Do you know
That's
if this is
fine.
the building in which I might find the principal's office?
Oh, yeah, you're in the right place. His office is in the East Wing, first floor. The receptionist might have gone home already, but I can show you the way if you'd like.
Thank you for your kindness. But I couldn't possibly trouble you more than I have already. I'll be able to find the way, I'm sure. Well then, if you'll excuse me, Master Reen.
Wait, how did she know his name? What a lovely lady.
Wait a minute.
How did she know your
How
name?
does she know who I am?
Exactly.
Reen?
Yay! It's my favoriteest girl. The girls.
Hey there, Elisa. Heading back to the dorm?
Yep. Emma and the others are staying a little longer to cram a little more. But I figured I'm not going to learn much more today, so I might as well call it a night and start prepping for tomorrow.
I like how they all have different umbrellas as well.
Right.
She has one that probably matches her panties.
Well, you're going my way, so what do you say we head back together?
Yay!
Sure, okay.
Yay!
Hey, it's not often the two of us get to walk back to the dorms together, is it?
Why are they looking at each other like that?
Well, at least I got something good out of this downpour.
Is there even a filter between your brain and your mouth?
Nah, no need for that between friends. But you're in good company. My sister's asked me that before, too.
She must be a saint to have put up with you all these years. Anyway, how do you think you did on the exams?
Not sure. I gave it the best I've got. Still, I've got that nagging feeling I could have hit the books a little harder. I wish I was as smart as you. Back when we took the entrance exam, only Emma and Makia scored higher than you, right?
Eustace came in a little higher than me, too. Back home, I usually came in near the top in exams. I guess that goes to show that Arabonia has no shortage of smart people.
No doubt about that. Bookworms pour in here from all corners of the Empire. You said you're from Ruhr, right? Coming out on top in a city that size is still pretty impressive.
I suppose, though that was just at the Sunday school level.
Sunday school, huh?
Aren't you curious about, my family and stuff?
You mean the mysterious Elisa R., agent of national intrigue? Well, yeah, of course I am. But you probably have good reasons for keeping it under wraps, so I don't want to pry.
It's not that major or anything. Especially compared to what you and Fee have told us about yourselves.
I've never really thought my family circumstances were a big deal, though Fee's past sure came as a surprise. I wonder now, when I look at her, what her life in a Jaeger Corps must have been like.
In a Yankee Corps?
It seems like Instructor Sarah knows more about her past than we do. Back at the entrance ceremony, I got the impression they'd met before.
Same. Oh, speaking of weird meetings, I ran into someone kinda strange earlier.
Oh?
Yeah, I was talking to her just before you called to me.
Reen told Elisa about the woman in the maid uniform.
A maid who knew your name? This isn't the part where it turns out she knows you because you've tried to hit on her in town before, is it?
As if an upstanding guy like me could pull off the Casanova act. She seemed a couple years older than us, maybe 20 or so.
A maid in her early 20s.
Something wrong?
No, just thinking. There's no way it could really have been her. Mother keeps her far too busy to find the time to come here. Ahem. Anyway, maybe the upper class dorm has a new hire starting out or something? Though that wouldn't explain how she knew your name. Maybe you're just more popular than you let on.
If only.
The next day, the first of the 4 grueling days of midterm exams began. Grueling. Oh shit! Middle Ages War of the Lions was brought to an end by Emperor Dracos. When did the war end? Fuck. Alright, let me just get some answers here. Erebonian history question. Let me just look it up. Erebonian history question. Midterm. Game Farks. Midterm answers. Okay. Alright, I've got them here. I'll be able to look them up. Wait, what did it say now? Alright, excuse my cheating. I'm thinking of grabbing something to drink. Getting kind of thirsty again. Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, so July 952. This should be the right answer. Oh, art class? Yep, I think that's art class. Art question. Mr. A wants to draw a rough colored watercolor image. Which of the following styles is more appropriate? Croquis, tracing. Let me just, because art color is probably dessin, but croquis could also work. Or tracing even. I think it's tracing. But we didn't even mention it in the... It's kind of weird. Just check it out. Sketch. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. This should be the right answer. Midterms, day 2. Military science. Oh, okay, now this I've already written down. But that's the thing, like the game doesn't give you time to study for everything, which is kind of annoying. Military science question. Figure 1 depicts military information. What type of unit is currently advancing? Armored. This should be the right answer. Orbital science question. The following statements about orbits all purport to be true. Which one is not? Abilities change based on quartz. They synchronize with their user. Allow arts usage without quartz. Allow arts usage without quartz? I mean, that seems like the wrong answer, but let me just check it out. Yeah, okay. I got that one right. I mean, that's a dumb question. That dumb answer. Like, the whole point is that you can use arts with quartz. Ah, there we have Mustachio Man. Okay, of the following laws enacted last year, which came into force first in Heimdallr? Provisional Taxation Act, Financial Transactions Act. I don't remember that. Imperial Public Transportation Act. Public Transportation Act. Combat studies question. Emergency CPR is divided into roughly 4 stages. Check if person is breathing, check if person is conscious, perform the chest compressions and rescue breaths, call for help in a loud voice. Okay, I think... Okay, person is breathing, perform chest... Huh? Okay, BACD I think. Let me just confirm that. BDAC. Ah. Wait, that's weird. That's not correct. That can't be right. You call for help before you help the guy? Maybe just me. Oh. Okay, just BDAC then. It should be the right answer. That's weird. Congratulations on making it through your 4 days of exams. And what do you know? It looks like the rain ended right along with them. Clearly, this is the goddess way of rewarding you all for your hard work. I think that reasoning would stand up to scrutiny. Whew, I'm totally spent. It's over. Hee hee, you worked really hard, Fee. Woo. Anyway, today's a free day, so take the chance to unwind and blow off all that pent-up exam stress. They'll post the results next Wednesday, so take it easy until then. But don't relax too much, because you've got your next practical exam on next Wednesday afternoon too. With all the intensive studying, I'd completely forgotten about that. You could stand to be a little more considerate with the timing of your announcement. So next Wednesday is when we'll know where we're going for our next field study. Yep, you'll be shipping out that weekend for another exotic trip. Anyway, make the most of tomorrow, everyone. You've earned at least 1 day off. I guess I should probably attend club practice once in a while. Oh, and one more thing. I've got some business to take care of out of town after we're all done here. I won't be back until tomorrow night, so don't like burn down the dorm while I'm gone or anything. Blah 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 blah. What are they even talking about? Club club.
Now that the exams are over, I feel free as a bird. And I'll keep on soaring, at least until the results come back.
I sympathize, but personally, I've got a good feeling about these. How about you, Emma? How do you think you did?
Well, I don't think I did too badly, all things considered.
Just stop before you embarrass yourself.
We'll just have to wait and see what next week's results look like. Anyway, what do you think that was all about with Instructor Sarah?
Oh, you mean that whole thing about going out of town to meet someone?
She didn't say anything like that. She said she had business out of town.
Going out of town? Won't be back until tomorrow night? It's almost as if...
She's going to meet her secret lover?
Impossible. The Empire hasn't yet turned out a man desperate enough to woo that alcoholic typhoon.
You have a point. I can't deny she's got the looks to snare a man, but with that personality and that lifestyle...
You guys are terrible. Totally agreed, though.
Ouch. Not surprised to hear that from you, though, Reen. She always seems to dump the most work on you.
Will you be helping the student council again tomorrow?
That's the plan. Heck, I'm almost looking forward to being the student council's errand boy after holding up studying for so long.
Perhaps so.
Oh, please let us know if you plan on exploring the old schoolhouse.
Yeah, I'd be glad to lend a hand this time.
Thanks. Better watch out, though. I might take you up on that offer.
Ooh, looks like we're all up for a little exploration this time.
Yeah, sure. The more the merrier.
Come to think of it, where did Gaius run off to? He mentioned the principal wanted to have a word with him. You think he went there?
Oh, yeah. Wonder what that was about.
I hope he hasn't gotten into trouble. I mean, I doubt he would.
I have no idea. Fee and Laura left early too. I was kind of hoping we could all walk back to the dorm together for once. That sounds nice.
Hey, so this might just be my imagination, but do those two seem kind of awkward around each other to anyone else?
Wait, Laura and Gaius? Oh, Fee and Laura.
Really?
So you think so too?
Maybe they've totally got the hots for each other.
It seems like it started around the beginning of the month. I wonder if something happened then. It's like they've been avoiding each other ever since.
You say that, but I did not take either as the type to dwell on petty issues or misunderstandings.
Neither did I. We've been trying to suss out what the problem between them is, but so far, no luck.
I wonder if that's what that was all about.
Did you see something, Machias?
What happened?
Well, do you remember the day we gave our group reports on what happened during last month's field study? We gave a truthful account, including the part where Fee used an explosive to blast open the door to my cell.
Yeah?
That's when we found out that Fee used to be in a Jaeger Corps. That really threw me for a loop, but what does that have to do with Laura?
Well, when that came up, I couldn't help but notice Laura had a rather unpleasant expression. It flashed across her face for only a moment, though, so I wondered if I had just imagined it.
Interesting.
But even if we assume that's true, what reason would she have to be upset?
I can hardly hazard a guess.
We all have certain things we'd rather keep to ourselves. We even have a member of this very class who remains tight-lipped about her own family, after all.
Do you really have to drag me into this?
My apologies. I meant no offense. I do have my suspicions as to your lineage, however.
Really?
Ugh, you. Now, getting angry won't accomplish anything.
Don't worry, we're not going to twist your arm into telling us. When you're ready to talk about it, we'll be ready to listen.
It's not like I'm trying to make a big deal out of it or anything. It's just, if everyone knew, it'd make things awkward between us, and I don't want that. Welcome back, my lady. Huh?
Yep, it is her maid. Hara.
What? Sharon? It's so delightful to see you again.
Girl in maid uniform.
Oh, hey, it's that maid I ran into the other day.
You know her?
What are you doing here? She didn't. Mother didn't. But of course, I was sent here at the behest of the chairman herself. Starting today, I will be assuming the position of caretaker for Class 7's dormitory.
Oh, okay. Sharon Kreuger.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, everyone. My name is Sharon Kruger. I am a servant in the employ of the Rhineford household, Lady Elisa's family.
Yay.
I will do all I can to be of service to you, so please keep me informed of anything you might need.
Hot damn. Okay. Chapter 3, Beyond the Railways. Beyond the Railways. Free day. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's from what's the the big industrial
Whoa!
clan. Whoa! Wow, full breakfast.
Simply spectacular.
I mean, okay, I mean,
Just how many different types of food are there here?
like 4?
This looks more than edible. I believe this is what they call an imperial breakfast.
Mmm.
That's right, Emma. It's a traditional Erebonian style of breakfast. I must apologize. It's taken me some time to familiarize myself with this kitchen, so my cooking has been a bit lackluster.
Come now, Sharon. Your skill is something to be praised. This is far more colorful and varied than the breakfast served in my own home.
I would compare this spread favorably with the breakfast served in the Duke's household.
I'm honored that you think so. I've also brewed both tea and coffee if anyone would like some.
Ooh.
I get the feeling Elisa is less than impressed with the meal.
It sounds like they
I
had a
think
big
that's the
argument
thing.
yesterday.
Not a chance! I thought I'd finally gotten away from her. I'm not going to let her have her way this time. My lady, please. I truly don't believe the chairman sent me to keep an eye on you like that. She simply sent me so that her beloved daughter might have fewer inconveniences in her daily life. I can take perfectly good care of myself, thank you very much. Oh, fine! I'll take this up with her myself then. Is she in the office or corporate today, or is she out on inspection or something? I believe she'll be dining with the Ministry of Railways president in the capital today. After that, she'll be continuing her inspection tour, so she won't be back in Ruhr for another 5 days.
No.
Does she ever slow down? I'm surprised she doesn't burn through a pair of shoes a week. Anyway, I'm not going to take this lying down. She stuck her nose into things one too many times.
I can't believe that R actually stood for Elisa.
Yep,
Ron
I knew it. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I called it.
And from the sound of it, her mother's the company chairman too.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that Elisa's mom is basically in charge of the continent's biggest industrial company. Her family's probably got more money than most of the aristocracy. I can see why she'd want to keep her family under wraps, what with all the nobles here.
Anyway, I object to everything about this. Considering how busy Mother is, I'm sure she needs your assistance far more than I do.
I knew it. You're really concerned about her, aren't you? The way you two care so much for each other deep down is one of the reasons I'm so proud to serve you.
She's so fucking sassy.
That's preposterous.
Oh, my lady, I almost forgot to mention that I made plenty of your favorite apricot jam. Would you like me to spread some on your toast?
Ooh, really? I mean, stop treating me like a child. Though yes, I would like some jam.
It's almost heartwarming to watch.
Looks like Sharon's got her number.
After beginning the day with Sharon's peerless breakfast, the members of Class 7 left to go about their daily routine. Meanwhile, Reen went to check the tasks the student council had gotten for him for the day. Alright. Student council tasks June. Secret admirer. I am in need of aid. Some fair maiden has sent me several messages proclaiming her love for me, and who could blame her? I simply must know who she is, so would some counsel help me find her and bring her to me? More details behind the storage building. Vincent Florold, Year 2, Class 1. Born to be Orbital. George and Angelica. We're testing the orbital bag's capability on a highway near Trista. If you're curious, come talk to us in the engineering building. Ooh, really? Old Schoolhouse Mystery 3. This month I would like members of the Class 7 to commit themselves to their noble academic pursuits. Though I know studious as you all are, I can't expect that anyway. So on top of that, I'd like you to continue your exploration of the schoolhouse and report your findings to me. Principal Van Dyke. Hey, a request from George and Angelica. It's about the orbital bag too. Wonder if they need what they need my help with. Looks like I'll have to swing the engineering club before I head to the old schoolhouse. Alright. Well, that's the first sun I've seen in days, so I might as well make the most use of it. Alright, let's do this. And he walks right into the wall. Okay, so where was... Secret admirer. Behind the storage building. Ah, okay, I have an idea where that might be. Meanwhile, I can also spend more... Let's take a look at the pawn shop, to be honest. Yo, how are you feeling about your first midterms? Well, I think I passed at the very least. How about you? Sitting slightly above average, I think. Would have gone better if I could have gotten my hands on a list of the test questions in advance, though. Damn, I should have seen if Old Man Mick was good for it. You know, I really doubt he'd have something like that for sale. Oh, so you already know she wasn't in Trista? Nope. Real convincing there, Mick. What you doing? Oh, hello, Reen. It's rare to see you here by yourself. What's up? Haha. I actually found myself rather interested in this store's wares, so I decided to browse for a little. I'm surprised how enjoyable it's been. Should I join her? Sure. Mind if I join you? Haha, feel free. Maybe this would be a good chance to have you tell me more about the things being sold here. Well, I don't know all about that much about them myself. They have a wide variety of items here on display, most of which I'm unfamiliar with. Which leads to a question I'd like to ask you, Reen. What sort of goods and accessories do girls my age tend to like? What? Ask because, well, I've noticed there's a significant difference between myself and other girls here. For example, I went shopping with Monica recently, only to find myself searching for equipment to keep my sword in shape. Meanwhile, Monica was fawning over cute accessories and the like. Doesn't this prove that I'm rather strange? Well, you're from a different class backgrounds for one thing, that's the difference between you already. But even amongst other nobles, you're a little bit different. Just as I thought. But this is of no issue. If there's something I lack, then all I need to do is take the opportunity to learn. Now tell me, which of the items here would most likely grab a girl's attention? I mean, I'm not exactly an expert on the subject, but... Reen grabbed a cute mascot plush that was sitting on the shelf. How about this Mishy plush? He's a pretty popular character over in Crossbow. Fascinating. He's certainly charming to say the least. But how about this? Strap with a blue-haired muscular man attached to it. This Dogi character has a rather gallant look to him, doesn't he? 100% sure that most girls wouldn't have an interest in him. Oh, this is more challenging than I had expected. Reen and Laura ended up looking at an assortment of products appealing to Laura's unique tastes. In the end, though, they ended up purchasing the Mishy Plus. I couldn't be more grateful for your assistance, Reen. If it weren't for you, I never would have purchased something so nice. No problem. Still, my grasp of what other girls my age like remains tenuous. It seems I have a long, harsh path ahead of me if I'm ever to truly know. You don't have to force yourself to be like everyone. Because you aren't like everyone else. You are who you are. That's exactly why we like you. Hehe, you've given me a lot to think about today. Let me thank you once again. I'd like to, I'd like for us to go shopping again if you ever have the time. Sure, that would be fun. Alright, that would definitely be fun. Alright, well that was kinda vapid. She's looking at flowers, huh? Okay, let me just see whom else I can spend time with before I decide for fee. We've got Machias, got Academy Field, got Uses, I mean. God damn, such a tough decision. Ah. Oh, hey. Huh? Isn't this classroom usually locked? Jesus Christ, okay. It is, but I checked it on a whim and it was open. The janitor must have forgotten to lock it after it was done. I see. So, what brings you here? I got in an argument with Ferris earlier. She started asking me all these questions about my last name after she found out about Sharon. And you ran off here? Huh, how many times am I gonna have to deal with this? Seems pretty upset. Maybe there's something I can do to help her out. Yes. Probably not the best person for this, but do you need someone to talk to, Elisa? It's better to let these things out than bottle them up. Reen? Hee, thanks. Whoops, I knew I forgot to lock up. There we are. Oops. Okay. Well, how about, wait. Did he just lock the door? Seems like it. Guess we're locked in. My luck keeps getting worse and worse today. At least it's not nighttime or anything. I'm sure someone will come by before too long. That's true, but, it's just Reen and me here in the dark behind the locked door. No, Elisa, focus. This is all Sharon's fault. I wouldn't even be here if Ferris and I weren't arguing about her. Isn't that a bit of a stretch? You wouldn't say that if you knew her. She always does this. Imagine living with someone who knows nearly everything about you but never thinks about your feelings. And on top of that, she's always taking my mother's side. Like she did when... When what? Oh, Sorry, I shouldn't have tried to pry. Even so, you don't really dislike Sharon, do you? I mean, I guess I can't say dislike. It's kinda hard to dislike someone who's been a permanent fixture in your life since you were a kid. Seeing what I mean? If she's going to be at the academy anyway, you might as well try to make the best of it. Besides, she's sort of like an older sister to you, right? Siblings aren't always easy to deal with. You're right about that. But still, it wouldn't kill her to think about me a little more. Not a moment goes by in which I don't think of you, Lady Elisa. Sharon, what are you doing here? Whenever you are in need, I shall be by your side. After all, isn't that what an older sister is for? La la la. Haha, she knows how to make an entrance, I'll give her that. I can't believe she heard all that. Oh my, I didn't interrupt anything personal between the two of you, did I? I would be more than happy to lock the door again and leave the two of you to whatever it was you were up to in here. Don't even joke about that. Yay. Alright, then we have another point to go, I guess. Really can't let my guard down around you, can I, Sharon? Whatever, I'll let you off this time since you unlocked the door for us. Hehe, I wouldn't do any lock for your sake, Lady Elisa. After all, I want you to think of me as an elder sis. Ah, stop that, it's embarrassing. Alright. Alright, who to spend time with next? I have 1 point left. I could do something with Elliot or with Machias. Let's see. Or I could hang out with Fee or something. I'm going all wrong. Wait. Oh, again. Jesus Christ, I get lost so easily around here. It's so weird. I should spend some time with Eustace. Hey Eustace. Phew. Wow, your clothes are covered with dirt. You're even more into this than I realized. Heh, it's just dirty. It's just dirt, hardly an issue. It takes a good deal of effort to care for horses. I suppose it's only natural to end up like this. Haha, suppose you're right. Yeah, sure. Care for a little help? Got some experience with horses myself, so that help things go a little faster. Must be your hobby to show up unbidden to assist people. Your offer does come at an opportune moment, though. I was just about to start washing them, so feel free to join in. Scrub, scrub. Ooh, this is every bit as tough as I remember it being. Already thinking throwing in the towel? You were the one who offered to help, so don't think I'll let you out so easily. Haha, I know. Aren't you a little tired yourself, Eustace? We wouldn't want you to overexert your frail little noble body or anything. Maybe you should go take a nap. Huh, What do you take me for? This is nothing. Perhaps if you put as much effort into your work as you did into your toothless jokes, we'd be done by now. Shut up, I'm doing just fine. I guess Eustace isn't any friendlier towards the girls than he is to the guys. Right, time to fuck. Whoa there, got a wild one here. Understandable, this horse recently arrived from the North Highlands. He's still young, so he hasn't quite grown accustomed to the stables yet. Does the school normally get horses all the way from the Highlands? Indeed, they're known to breed the best horses. Even the army gets their horses from there. Now then. Eustace gently stroked the horse's neck. You're pretty good at that. When I was younger, I used to go... Oops. My brother taught me both how to ride horses and how to take care of them. I'm truly grateful for that. You two are lucky to have each other. I'm not gonna let some snooty noble who learned about horses with a silver spoon in his mouth show me up like this. It's subtle, but he's definitely changed since we came back from our last field study. Feels like he's more willing to be open with us now. Care to explain what you're staring at? Haha, don't mind me. Anyway, we've got a horse to clean. Scrub, scrub. Reen helped the riding club for a while longer before bidding Eustace farewell. Yay! Alright, not bad. Excuse me, is your name Vincent by any chance? Indeed it is. Standing before you is a noble man overflowing with love and pathos, the one, the only Vincent Florold. I presume that you are the Cupid that I asked the student council to send me? He's quite the character, he really seems to like himself, but that's what I've grown to expect from Class 1. I'm no Cupid, but I'm here on behalf of the student council, yes. Haha, then you may still well serve my purposes. Allow me to congratulate you on making your way here. So, based on your request and new nickname, and my new nickname, I assume you want me to find someone for you? Yes, something along these lines. Do you have some time to spare? If so, I shall begin explaining the particulars of my request. Let's hear it. Please elaborate on your request. Haha, a fine answer indeed. Although, before we continue... Seriffa is currently nowhere to be seen. Now that I think about it, this is kind of unusual meeting place. Are you hoping to keep this request quiet? Not exactly, I was merely hoping to avoid things getting meddled in. My father sent Seriffa to the academy to keep an eye on me. As you can imagine, her watchfulness can occasionally be rather constraining. Huh. Well, that is apart from the meat of the matter. To be blunt, I have received not one, not two, but 3 passionate love letters of late, and all from a single writer. Curiously, however, the writer in question signs with not but a nom de plume. What I would request of you, my fine fellow, is to find out just which lovely lady is responsible for these. That's reasonable, but are you sure it's appropriate for me to try and find her? These are anonymous after all. Do take a moment to think it over. The fact that she chose to use a pen name rather than remaining completely anonymous is proof of a pining, hopeful heart. In fact, I'm absolutely certain that she wishes for me to find her. I suppose I'll have to trust your judgment on this one. What's more, she sent cookies along with her 3rd letter. It would hardly be worthy of the floral name if I didn't properly thank her, would I? Yeah, I don't think I could stop you at this point if I tried. Do you have any additional information that would help me pinpoint exactly who we're looking for? I do indeed. The first hint is that she is a first year. As a man well versed in the feelings of beautiful women, I was able to deduce this from the respectful tone of her letters. Okay, something's happening. Okay, my neighbors are, I don't know, pounding the walls or something. Maybe they're making sweet love in the moonlight. Additionally, the fact that she attached a pressed grand rose at the end of each letter may serve as a hint as well. What exactly is a grand rose? Grand rose. Oh, heaven forbid, you're telling me you've never heard of the grand rose? I'm ashamed to say I don't. Shame is the only proper response for such a gauche misstep. The grand rose is a magnificent crimson rose and a universal symbol of passionate romance. What's more, it's often associated with confessing one's love for another. Sounds like the perfect flower for a love letter then. Haha, quite. Which brings us to why this is a hint. The only way to obtain a grand rose in Trista is to purchase it from the town florist. So if we ask the florist who's purchased one, precisely, we will be able to discover just which shy maiden has sent these letters to me. Would you take on this task for me then? As long as you don't mind me sticking to the plan we just discussed, I don't see why not. I'm truly indebted to you. Based on her pseudonym and her use of the Grand Rose, I can only imagine Our Lady is the very model of grace. Now that you mention it, what was the name she used? Oh, it seems I neglected to mention that very important detail. She calls herself the Grand Maiden. Fuck, I already know who she is. Nickname taken from the daughter of the Baron who married into the Imperial family long ago. Nickname taken from the daughter of the Baron who married into the Imperial family long ago. The Emperor at the time was so smitten that he gave her countless numbers of Grand Roses, and so came the moniker. I see. Can't say I've heard the story before, but it is interesting. But this is no time to stand about thinking about it. I'll head over to the flower shop right away. Very well. I leave this matter in your clearly capable hands. I already know who it is, and I'll tell you right away. It is, let's see, year 1, class 1-2. And that's her. Daughter of a Baron, came to the academy to search. She's in the cooking club, so she likes food. She makes cookies. She's looking for a husband. And she's pretty grand, if I may say so. So yeah, mystery solved. I bet you 100 Myra on that. Seriously, like if I'm wrong about this, I'm keep in mind I never played the game before. I'm just 100% sure that's her. And boy is he gonna be disappointed, holy shit. I mean, serves him right in a way, but... Hello? Excuse me, would you mind if I ask you a question? Not at all, go ahead. Reen explained the situation to Jane and asked about any first years who had recently purchased any Grand Roses. Would be hard to find out if I looked at my records, but I'm not exactly sure I should disclose that information. Understandably so. I don't intend to do anything with this information that they don't want me to, though. If they ask me to keep their identity a secret, then that's what I'll do. I see. Well, if that's the case, I guess I can help you out. Just remember, though, it's your job to give the Mystery Sender your support and nothing more. I wish her the best of luck. Huh, this request is getting pretty complicated at this point. Right, I count 3 first years who made Grand Rose purchase recently. In class order, first is Beryl from class 3. Then we have Vivi from class 4 and Rosine from class 5. I see, thank you very much for the help. Not at all, good luck. Apparently that girl there is the gardening club's newest member. Teehee, it's so wonderful to see people's interest in gardening grow. I'll have her to help her out as much as possible if she has any questions. Let's see if she does have any questions. What's with the stern look, Fee? Turns out I'll be growing some flowers for the club. But I need to go and get the tools. I see, sounds tough. Kinda rare to see you this serious about something though. It happens sometimes. I spotted a maid I've never seen before cleaning the streets this morning. I wonder which of the upper class students she serves. The fact that she shows up rather than at the beginning of the academic year strikes me as rather odd, however. Okay, so we have the Giles. Rosine. Excuse me, you're Rosine from class 5, aren't you? That's correct. Why do you ask? I have a quick kind of personal question for you. Reen explained the situation to Rosine and asked if it was her who sent the letters to Vincent. Oh no, that certainly wasn't me. I did buy a Grand Rose, but it was for the purpose of decorating the church. Oh, I see. Sorry to ask you such an embarrassing question then. It's fine. She's kinda cute though, I like the nun habit. Maybe I should visit the church. See if the rose is anywhere around. I mean, she might be lying to me. Hello. I know, the answer's 6. I think the fish candy gave me earlier made me smarter. Bunch of kids. Oh, it's Sunday school. I see how that is. Hello. Conflict between the noble and reformist faction continues to pervade every aspect of our country. And now rumors are spreading that they plan to take up arms against one another. What sad state of affairs. I can only hope that our children won't suffer because of this. Oops. Boink, boink, boink. I don't see any grand roses though, Rosine. How about you tell me the truth here, huh? Let me check those names though. Well, Margarita didn't buy any roses, so maybe the guy's lucky after all. Maybe I was thinking way too much about it. It would have been really, really fucking funny if that was the case though. I'm almost kind of sad she didn't. Oh yeah, before we forget. Wait, let me just talk to you. Between the exams and the endless rain, the sports clubs haven't had a chance to practice together for quite a while. Today's their first chance in a long time, so they've all been buying bread and stuff to eat during practice. Haha, they're all so fired up. Kogitsune Maru. Prime bow +1. Scroll through party. Wait. Oh, okay. It's a bit slower. It does need something. Yes. We already got the karambits. Cross spear +3. Alright. Well, it might be her. You're Beryl from class 3, right? Haha, I certainly am. What do you want from me? Actually, there's something I wanted to ask you. Reen told Beryl about his investigation and asked if she was the one who sent Vincent the letters. Haha, do I seem like the kind of girl who's interested in romance? I needed to purchase the Grand Rose to use it in a ritual, that's all. I see, that answers my question, but I'm wondering about that ritual she mentioned. What that is all about. Well, that's all I wanted to ask. Sorry to disturb you. Sometimes it's good to be disturbed. Good day to you. Could I maybe... Okay. I just wanna. I really wanna enter the lounge. Okay, so then there's only one left in the gardening section. Okay. What was her name again? Rosine, Beryl and Vivi. Well, I wouldn't be, now come to think of it, I wouldn't be surprised if it was Vivi. She seems shallow enough to fall for that kind of guy. Adel! There's no need to worry about test results. We don't rank these flowers while we raise them, right? The most important thing is to grow up strong and healthy. There's more to life than test results. I should have done some more fishing. Actually, let's just do some fishing.
Not bad.
Yay! Yay!
Caught one.
Yay!
Caught one.
Alright.
Not bad.
A gay crab. Not bad. Oh. Ground baits. Interesting.
Not bad.
Fish, 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 fish. Fish, 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 fish. Oops.
Not bad.
Anor carp. Alright, last one.
Caught one.
Alright, we're fine. Let me just see what I can get. You worried about your exam results? Doctors sweat stuff like that when you're out fishing. If your mind's not at peace when you set up your line, there's no point in even being out here. Oh, that's nice. Thank you very much. Okay. Is that really all I can get? I mean, I guess I could use a few EP charges. Let me just go for... Alright. Alright, let me just go take a leak for a second and I'll be right back. 1 second. Alright. Let me just check up on some messages here 1 second. Alright. If it's really her, you're Vivi from class 4, right? Oh, 1 sec. Sorry, one sec though. You got it. Why do you ask? She's kinda cute. Something I'd like to ask you. Reen explained the situation to Vivi and asked if she was the one who sent Vincent the letters. Well, now this is pretty interesting. I'm going to take that as a no. Hehe, yeah, I wish it was me, but I'm having too much fun teasing Linde to set my sights on any boys right now. I did buy a grand rose, but not to confess to some boy or something. Not when I've got a sister to prank. Thanks, good talk. I've asked all 3 girls the florist told me about, but none of them seem to have sent the letters. It's still gonna be Marguerite, I'm pretty sure now. Guess the trill's gone cold. I should report back to Vincent for now. Alright, I'm sure it's Marguerite. I'm really sure. 100%. Alright. I'm going the wrong way again. Tell me, did your investigation prove successful? Wait, don't tell me. Have you brought our mystery woman here? Oh, be still, my beating heart. Yeah, about that. I wasn't able to find her in the end. Huh? You cannot be serious. Did I ask the florist? Did you ask the florist as we discussed? I did, and I spoke to all 3 girls who purchased grand roses. None of their reasons for doing so had anything to do with you. I can go into detail if you'd like. It matters not. If they do not concern me, then they are simply not my concern. I'm sorry there wasn't any help. But there's one thing I'm curious about. Where could a girl get a grand rose if she didn't go to the florist's? There's no way to tell. Perhaps if the Grand Maiden is a noble, she could have her alternate source, however. My darling Vincent, I've found you. I'm sure it's her. Yes! I knew it! I knew it! I called it! From the very start. Kan best, maar soms... Oké, sorry. State your business. The cookies I just baked ended up far more delicious than I ever could have imagined. So delicious that they could only be destined for the lips of my beloved, my elegant, dashing, darling Vincent. But what could possess a person to approach another out of nowhere and say such befuddling things? Furthermore, I do not even have the foggiest idea who you are. Hee. Oh, but you do. What if I told you that I was the Grand Maiden all along? No way. Dumbfounded. I can hardly blame you for being speechless with joy. My real name is Margarita Dresden. The lovely grand roses I attached were grown by my family. So that's how you got them. You're part of Baron Dresden's family, then could it mean... Oh, so you know the story? Your suspicions are indeed correct. I, Margarita Dresden, hail from the same family line as the lovely Grand Maiden herself. It all adds up. Inconceivable. How could you, of all people, be related to the Grand Maiden? When her beauty pales in comparison to your own, look, darling, we're already completing each other's thoughts. And yours are oh so sweet. What I said I couldn't have been further from what I said couldn't have been further from my actual thought. Hee, when you're shy, you're still so wonderful. Seeing the surprise on your handsome face made waiting to reveal my name entirely worth in the end. Now, my beautiful Vincent, is it time for you to reply to my love letter? It is time for you to reply to my love letters. Will you enter a relationship with me? You may choose one of two replies. I would be delighted, or there would be no greater honor. Sorry, how many options did you say you were giving him? This woman could hardly be more different than the demure maiden her letters made her out to be. My only answer would be a resounding no. Now be gone and bother me no more. So that's how this is. Teehee. Oh, just when I think I couldn't be, you couldn't be more adorable. To think you're the sort of man who hides his true feelings away. I beg your pardon. There's no need to fear. Please have one of these special cookies I prepared. One bite and you'll no longer feel the need to keep your innermost longings out of public view. Hee. Don't tell me you've mixed something into your cookies. Oh, but that is for me to know and for you to find out. Heart. Oh shit, I shudder to think about it. Stay back, don't come any closer. You, don't just stand there. I'll need your aid if I'm to survive. I have no idea how to handle a situation like this either. Hee, don't worry, my darling. There may be a slightly bitter aftertaste, but it'll all be worth it in the end. I've been looking for you, Master Vincent. Serifa. Dare I ask what you're doing in a place like this? I beg you, please, free me from this terrifying situation. If I recall, you are my sweetheart's darling maid, are you not? So this is the Serifa he mentioned. As much as I hate to interrupt the situation at hand, I'm afraid I must. Master Vincent, your presence at the upper-class dorm is required at once. A delivery from the utmost importance from Count Floral awaits you there. I see. Then I have no choice. I must go at once. But these cookies are a present for Master Vincent, are they not? In that case, may I ask you to leave them in my hands for now? I will make sure he enjoys every last one of them later. Well, if you insist. Margarita begrudgingly handed over the bag of cookies to Serifa. It seems as though Master Vincent has roped you into this nonsense as well. Hopefully this can dull some of the pain that this annoyance surely caused you. Ooh, really? thank you. With that, I wish you all good day. Let us go, Master Vincent. Indeed. That made me prove to be quite the obstacle. But no matter, there shall be plenty of opportunities to woo my darling from here on out. Hehe, I believe it's time to get started on a new batch of cookies. Well, today's been full of unique encounters, to say the least. At least that request is over and done with. Yay! Alright, so next I'm gonna check out the Orbal bike, and then tomorrow we'll do the dungeon tomorrow or the day after or one of these days. Hey there, Reen, thanks for stopping by. Might I ask where Elisa and Laura are? Those two lovely flowers would do wonders in brightening up this dreary old building. Let's not make Reen's life even harder than it already is. Haha, sorry, I probably shouldn't think out loud. Haha. Still haven't talked to Angelica much, but she's definitely an interesting one. That aside, your request was for me to assist with testing out the Orbal bag, wasn't it? So what will I be doing? Oh please, I could hear you making those vroom vroom noises before you even stepped through the door. I was not, but wait, does that mean... Yeah, we want you to ride the Orbal bag. Me? Can't deny that that's what I wanted this to be, but I never expected it actually happen. I'll give you all the juicy details when we're actually ready to test. Before we start, however, wanted to make sure you have the time. So how about it? You ready to ride? Yes. Okay, let's ride. Haha, good answer. First of all, let me tell you a bit about the bike. Everything you see here is something that Angie asked me to build for her. And because of that, the bike's been fine-tuned to meet her specific needs. In a nutshell, it's all Angie. The engine, the brakes, even the handlebars. I see. As you might expect, she and that bike are practically symbiotic. When she's on it, she's a sight to behold. But because we've tuned it specifically to her, it's become a little too tough for anyone else to handle. Haha. Think of her as an unruly horse. There's no denying she's a fine bag, but she doesn't play nice with strangers. Right, I'm really hoping I make it through this alive. Don't scare him now, Angie. Crow's ridden it just fine. But I suppose he's been working on this bag since we started too. Compared to him, you're a complete beginner. Which is great, you'll have more objective opinion after you ride. I guess that makes sense why you asked me then. Haha, feeling a little nervous, are we? Let's head over to the highway. So, what are Toa and Crow doing here? Hahaha. Angie and George told us you'd be doing this. So I came along to show some support and take some time off work. My reason isn't quite as sweet as little Toa's here. Like I said before, this bag is at least partially my baby. Think of me as an overprotective father, making sure you don't mess up and hurt my girl when you take her out. thanks. Crow, don't make him any more nervous. Don't worry, Reen. Just ignore everything this guy says. I do, and it's worked great for me. We can rebuild the bike, so stay focused on keeping yourself safe. Right, thanks. Do you have any much experience riding horses? Actually, yeah. We shouldn't have any trouble then. She's a whole different beast, but the basics of riding are the same. So have fun. Thanks, Angelica, that helps. I won't let you down. Okay then, that should just about everything you need to know. I think I get it now. The 3 things you want me to test are starting the bike, shifting gears and coming to a stop, correct? That's right, we want to see how you handle everything. Let me give you a few pointers. You might not really get them until you're on the bike proper though. Hit me. First of all, you can't ride if you can't get moving, so let's talk about how to get started. Starting the engine's simple enough, but how smoothly you ride off will depend on how well you can operate the bike's clutch. Once you shift into first gear, open the throttle and then slowly and steadily release the clutch. Release the clutch slowly and steadily when I start moving. Okay, I'll try not to forget. Next up is switching gears. Before switching gears, make sure to pull in the clutch firmly and quickly. Once you shift gears, release the clutch slowly and steadily, just like when you start her up. I can do that. The last thing you need to worry about is stopping the bike, which you probably want to know how to do. When you want to slow down, release the throttle and apply the brakes to both wheels, front and back. You're going to want to give each one different amounts of pressure though. Apply the brakes strongly to the front wheel and lightly to the back wheel. That should bring you to a smooth stop. Shouldn't it be the other way around? Isn't that safer? That's a lot to remember, but I think I can do this. Haha, that's the way. This is all about learning through experience and getting the riding on the fly anyway. So, what do you say? Ready to go? You bet. This is gonna be interesting. I have no idea how big a role all this plays in handling the bike itself, to be honest, but... Right then, first starting up the engine. Wow, this is pretty intense. Haha, kinda reminds me of how I felt when I first rode a horse. Right, let's push those nerves to the side and get going. Okay, so pull the clutch level, shift it into first gear and twist the throttle. Now that I've done that, all I need to do is let go of the clutch and I'll be moving. Angelica told me how to do this. What exactly did she say again? Now we're talking, this is great. Haha, there he goes. Can't wait to see the look on his face when he gets back. He's gonna love it. Hehe, hopefully. Wow, this feels amazing. Amazed about how stable and smooth the ride is too, considering how heavy it is. I think I'm used to this speed now. Let's try switching gears. Right, first I need to roll off the throttle, then I need to pull in the clutch, change gears, then release it. Angelica told me to handle the clutch specific way during all this. What was it again? Pull in quickly, release slowly. Alright, I need to pull in the clutch quickly and firmly, then change gears. And after that I need to release the clutch slowly but steadily. Whoa! There we go, perfect. Perfect! Hope you can still hear me. It's really loud. Going this fast really does feel great. I get why Angelica loves this so much. Well, the fun's got to come to an end eventually. Probably about time to stop. Obviously I need to hit the brakes, but how much pressure do I put on them? Strongly at front, lightly at back. Pretty sure Angelica said strong on the front brakes and light on the rear brakes. And he flies off. Stopped almost exactly where I expected to, so I guess I did it right. This thing's incredible though. Feels like I'm still riding along, even though I've come to a stop. But I guess I gotta snap out of it eventually. The others are waiting for me. Better head back now. Welcome back, Reen. Well, how was it? I'm amazed, to say the least. The sheer speed, the engine's vibration, the feeling of the wind as you ride along. I've never experienced anything like it. No amount of horse riding could have ever prepared me for this. Just wow. Haha, I guess you've got some potential. Look at this guy. He's trying to act all calm and composed, but his face just screaming, "Let me go back out and ride." Plain as day. Seems like you handled it really well too, based on your report. I have to admit, I didn't expect those kinds of results from you. It's a pretty unwieldy machine. It's even more impressive, considering it was your first ride with her too. Nice to know I could have a worthy rival in the wings. Hehe, not everyone can get that much praise out of Angie. You should pat yourself on the back. Haha, it's a real honor. Now, we need to hear some more detailed impressions of each phase. But let's do that back at the engineering building. Good plan. Ah, they're having so much fun with this. Haha, maybe too much. God. I need to get a bike, it would be nice. Thanks, Reen. The info you gave me should come in handy. Haha, glad I could help. I think she'll be much more stable right from now on. I'll have to be sure to tell Elisa's mother about everything we learned today if they end up producing horrible bikes. Elisa's mother is the chairman of Reinford Group, isn't she? I didn't know you were familiar with each other. The Ragnar and Reinford companies share a good relationship, actually. Oh yeah, you're both big names in Roar, right? Yeah. Angie's dad's one of the group's biggest shareholders too. Wow, they are pretty close. Well, now you know. Elisa's mother's provided the engine and a number of other parts for the bike too. So that's how you got your hands on everything. That's right, although whether or not Reinford will actually mass produce the bike is an entirely different matter. The biggest goal is to turn a profit, so the only way it's happening is if we can show them that it would make money. Which is why we're currently trying to make it into something that the masses can handle. And today you were a big help in getting closer to that goal. Wow, I'd love to see that happen. Haha, looks like you get it. I guess my first impressions of you were right on the mark. Oh, I haven't properly thanked you yet, have I? Thank you for helping us today. Here's a little token of my thanks. Hey, Dragon Vein. Are you sure about this? Seems like a really valuable quartz. Haha, of course, I'm sure you'll be able to put it to good use. Well then, Reen, thanks a lot for your help today. I'd like it if you could help us out the next time we need a hand too. I'll cancel my plans as soon as you ask. Alright. Alright guys, Let me just check out this dragon vein thing. EP recovers on field and enemies drop more sepith. Oh, that's really nice. Let me see. Alright, you can have it. Oh, yeah. Alright. So, that's gonna do it for today. Tomorrow we're gonna do the third dungeon. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Too bad nobody was watching. Like, I had too many issues with the first attempt at streaming this. And apparently the two viewers I had just left because I was basically screaming at my computer. So either way, hope you will enjoy this if you ever watch this. Hope the sound is alright this time. And other than that, hope you guys have a nice weekend, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.